Hi, in the previous video we have seen the basic introduction of decorators, and in this video we will take another example for decorator. So consider we have one function to divide two numbers a comma b, and here we are just printing the value of a comma b. Now let's try to call this function 2 comma 4, run it, and here we are getting 0.5. right? But now if we will call 2 by 0, then what should be the output? It will give an error, 0 division error. This is an exception. We can handle it using exception handling, which we will learn in our subsequent videos. Now we have learned the basic introduction of decorators. So we have one method and we have to extend its functionality. So we will create one decorator to handle 0 division error. So let's say we have one function called 0 decorator. For decorator, what is the syntax? First thing is we have to decorate it. So let's say I am decorating it with 0 decorator. Now this function will be passed an argument over here. So I'll pass over here. Decorator is implemented in closer, so let's implement closer. So for this we should have one inner function, and this 0 decorator should return this inner function, right? And this inner function should have access to the non-local variables. So here we have to call our fun, right? Now we are passing divide as an argument for this method. So the func value is divide a comma b. So a and comma b is passed as parameter. So what we can do is we can call over here a comma b. It is unknown to us, so let's pass it as here. We have to handle 0 division error. So we will say if value of b is equal to 0, then else we can run it, right? And now if we will run it, so denominator cannot be 0, so we are not getting any error. Now instead of doing this thing, what you can do is return it. So you do not have to like write your else block, and this is a simple kind of refactoring you can use in your code. So it should give you the same result. Denominator cannot be 0. Now consider one more example, that what if we passes something like this one, and now we are again getting an error, type error, unsupported operand types for integer and string. So now we have to create another method, right? Or we can handle it in this only, but we do not want to modify this also. So in this use cases we can use the concept of chaining of decorators. So now let's create one more decorator. So def char decorator, let's say again, let's say you are chaining it char decorator. Now char decorators will take divide as an argument, so I'll pass the func over here. We have to implement this closer, so we will say just return your inner function, okay? And we have to call this func over here. Here it is taking 2 arguments, so a comma b, so we will pass it over here as well. Now what we need to do is we have to handle the case. If either of a or b is string, then we have to return it. So we will say if type of a is equal to str or type of b is str, then we can simply say print number should not be string, and simply we can return it, right? And now if we'll try to run this code, so what will it will say? Number should not be string. And if we'll say denominator cannot be 0, and if we'll say 2, then it will say the value as 1. So our code is working fine. We do not have to change the references or anything as such. So in this way, you can decorate your closures